Very good morning, students. Today I am going to tell you about additive identity, and it is very important topic for the exam point of view. So what it says, for any integer, if we add any number, then resultant will be same integer, then the number is the additive identity. So it simply says that for any integer, what number we may add to get the same integer. For example, plus 2 is a integer. What number we may add to get the plus 2? And it is 0. So 0 is the additive identity. And you can understand it as additive identity is like a mirror. If you are keeping this mirror in front of integer, then you will get the same number. Just like in the mirror, when you are standing, then what you can see in the mirror? You will see that you are standing in the mirror. So you can compare additive identity from the mirror. So let us take another example. Minus 2 is an integer. So what number we may add to get minus 2? That is 0. So 0 is the additive identity here. So if you take any number, always you get the 0 as identity, additive identity. So in last I have written 0 is the additive identity. Now come to additive inverse. Additive inverse is the another term. For any integer, what number we add to get additive identity is the additive inverse. So it also simply says that in any integer, what number should be added to get the additive identity. Now here we are doing the inverse of the additive identity. So, and you know additive identity is 0. So what number we may add to the integer to get the 0? That is the additive inverse. Now see the example. Minus 2 is an integer and we have to get 0. So what number we may add here to get the 0? We will write here plus 2. And minus 2 and plus 2 gives the 0. Therefore plus 2 is the additive inverse of minus 2. You can say like this. Now I am giving you homework. Write 5 examples to get additive identity and their additive inverse. Now next term is multiplicative identity. It is same as additive identity, only the operation is changing, and which is multiplication. So for any integer, if we multiply any number, then resultant will be same integer. So only the difference is multiply, differences of operation. Now see the example. I already told you that multiplicative identity is like a mirror and we have to get same integer. So see here, for example, plus 2 is any integer. What number we should multiply here to get same number? So we are multiplying with 1. 2 into 1. 2 ones are 2. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. And for another example, minus 3. Let us take minus 3 is an integer and we multiply with 1, then we will get minus 3, same number. So this is the additive identity. So 1 is the universal multiplicative identity. Now see the multiplicative inverse again. For any integer, what number we multiply to get multiplicative identity is the multiplicative inverse. So we have the integer and what number we multiply. In additive inverse we are adding, but in multiplicative inverse we are multiplying. What number should be multiplied to get the multiplicative identity? In additive identity we are getting additive identity. Additive identity is 0, but multiplicative identity is 1. So what number? For example, plus 2 is integer, and what number should be added to get 1? What number should be multiplied to get 1? So 2 into 1 by 2. So again from 2 and 2 will be cancelled and the remaining will be 1. Therefore you can say 1 by 2 is the multiplicative inverse of 2. And multiplicative inverse is also called reciprocal. Multiplicative inverse is also called reciprocal, like reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2 and reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Again, see, for example, reciprocal of 50 is 1 by 50. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2 and 1 by 50 is 50. So for the homework I am giving you again, write 5 more examples to get multiplicative identity and their multiplicative inverse. Thank you.